Welcome to our video on self-defense techniques. This video is for a technique called ripping crane. The attack is a right straight punch coming in. All right, he's committing to the punch as he's coming in. So we're going to use this line right here, and we'll show it from another angle in just a second to help you understand what's happening. I'm on the line, he's on the line. He punches down the line. If I do nothing, he's going to hit me right in the face with the right punch. So as that happens, I'm going to have you move back just a little bit, Mr. Bustamante. Good. Now right here, without punching for a second, just so you can see, I am going to leap over to the side onto my left foot and bring the right foot into the crane position. Now, that's the initial move, is getting out of the way. So we're going to move like this, straight over. His momentum should carry him through. Let's take a look. If I do nothing, and if he commits to the punch, he should go past me. And that's what we're looking for right there. But we want to make sure that we don't get hit. So as that happens, I'm also going to use a left inward parry to the wrist. Okay, I'm moving over to the side, I'm evading, but I'm also going to redirect that punch to make sure I don't get hit. Now, this being a more advanced technique, we're also going to add a counterattack at the same time. And we're going to use a chopping knuckle strike. So the action is like you would use a chop, like we have done in the beginner class where we chop into the neck area or other techniques like that. But instead of using the edge of the hand, we're going to use the secondary knuckles here. And that is going to attack into the tendons at the elbow joint. Now, in and of itself, that may not end the fight, but we're going to try to damage that weapon so that he doesn't want to use it anymore. It's also going to be a distraction. So we're going to hop and parry and chop in one count. Go. That's what we're looking for. Now, you'll see that we end up in the crane stance with the hands underneath here like this. We use the crane stance because we want to chamber for a kick as fast as possible. So that's the next move in this technique, is a side kick behind the knee, or beside it depending on where he lands. But if he commits to the punch, he should actually be slightly behind you, so your side kick should come in to this knee. And that's going to drive that knee down to the ground. Now, done hard and fast, you probably won't get much farther than this. The average person is not ready for that kind of counterattack, and they'll end up being face down on the ground. However, the technique says that he is more experienced in fighting, and or he can withstand the pain, and so he goes down on one knee, but he's not done fighting yet. All right, so as the punch comes in, it's 1, 2, there's the kick. Notice how I land here behind him. Let's take a look from another angle to make sure we're getting this. So we're going to come in here at the 45-degree angle right here. All right, slow motion. All right, the punch comes in, I hop, and then the kick comes in from here, and I land here on his center line. Now that's to make sure to check him in case he decides he wants to spin on me. I've got his center under control here this way. All right, and that's the general idea on that technique. Now let's look at the hand moves. Remember when we finished here, we did the parry and the chopping knuckle strike. So my right hand is cocked and ready to go. All right, so the punch comes in, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to hit right here. I'm going to catch that kidney. And I'm not going to pause. I'm going to go through. I'm going to catch that. The left hand is going to grab the shoulder and check it. So if he wants to spin, and that's the idea on this, he's going to spin this way and come back in and hit me with an elbow or a hammer strike or come up to the face. I'm going to check that, but I'm also going to cause some pain. When I pop him there in the kidney, it's going to throw off his technique. So as I come through from here, I will then come back around and do a palm claw to the jaw. Now remember, the point here is that I want to grab his jaw, but never touch when you can hit. So I'm going to do an actual palm strike. It's going to wrap around, turning his head. I'm going to wrap around, and then I'm going to use the crane hand maneuver to bring his head back around this way. Notice how I'm not coming back out wide like this. I want to crank him around, and the easiest way for me to demonstrate this is for you to say to your partner here, your bad guy, look at me. So I turn his head so he's actually looking right at me. If you do that, chances are you did it exactly right. As you wrench the head coming around this way and turn him, you're going to let it roll off and come in with a downward diagonal elbow strike to the face, and it should drop him right to the ground right there. More than likely, though, if you hit him for real, he will not fall back and roll back like Mr. Bustamante did. We do that for safety. More likely, he's going to collapse straight down to the ground. All right, so let's look at that again from this angle. Okay, so he comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and boom, there's the elbow strike coming down from there. Notice the torque plus the marriage with gravity coming in from there to drop him to the ground. And of course, you can finish off with here with any other moves that you might need if the situation calls for it. Ripping crane. Thank you.